I've decided to come at you with a follow up to the Puma Punko video, a part two. I've put one out, this about 3 years ago, so it's not just like I'm just hitting the most renowned sites, clickbait sites, yeah. At least I'm putting out new information that you wouldn't see anywhere else, because that's all I do on this channel. So I've got some images that I just didn't show you at all. I've at least done that in the last video, and this is a top view of Puma Punko. The Tiwanaku site itself is much larger than what's even on the screen here, but we can see from this LiDAR image there is a lot more buried under the site, and there'll be even more than this. This is just what's on the surface that can be imaged on the surface. This is a close-up of what I'm showing there, of the actual Puma Punko site. What I'm pointing out is the area that we're looking at now. This is the oldest image that I could find on it. I don't think you can actually find one older than this, but even this has been disturbed in more recent times. I don't know, 150, 200 years ago. Because I remember, and you can find this information, that quite a lot of this site at Puma Punko did actually go into being thrown into the railway system that runs through this site, as part of these stones. Don't know why, but it is there. You can actually walk up and down it and find pieces of this, because it's a big area, and they were taking a lot of it away now. Because when I point out the holes and squares here, which are almost mention what I think that they are, maybe there was some metal left in them, yeah, which connected all this amazing pieces together, and they were removing all the metal, I don't know, to melt down and reuse. Obviously they didn't get to most of it because they're still excavating the site today, and yet all the holes are still free of any metal bars, okay? So this stuff was either removed or rotted away a long time ago. I will point some more of this out shortly, but you can see how there is all this clay material between these ledges, between these what look like reused blocks to me, as if the site was rebuilt again from the rubble and then got covered over again, because these large hills that you're looking at is the rest of the site that's just completely covered today. I do like always pointing out that this site are thousands of feet above sea level, so what destroyed this stuff? I mean, we can only guess at that, yeah? I've got my own ideas. It can only be one of three, or all the above. But when I was pointing out in the last video that this stuff is clearly concrete, well, it is. Now, it is true that there are multiple different types of rock at this site, shaped, moulded, almost like it's all of the same stuff, but it's since changed into other materials from being buried in certain positions. So you've got what they call red sandstone, lime, some andesite, and probably something else, but it's all certain areas of runoff, right? And it mineralized into different rocks, unless it was actually built from different materials. If it was, it wouldn't surprise me. It's just what we do today, yeah? As any high-tech civilization would do, because that's what this site is, right? It even looks like to me that it was held together via magnets. Definitely metal, steel even, bars, blocks of metal, with interlocking parts of magnets which held it all together. can see how it's rotted away there before it all got buried in the silt and sand in the flood. These holes were nail holes, as these things, this plyboard veneer, had to be replaced over and over again